I think that I would have felt like a monster if I would have continued the pregnancy too. That's the truth. I think we don't get out of this without needing to grapple with, am I a monster? But the fact that you're asking yourself that, the fact that you're worried about it, shows that you're not a monster. Our TFMR stories: pregnancy loss support in the heartbreak of terminating a wanted pregnancy. If you've been struggling with feeling like a monster, if you are asking yourself, am I a monster for choosing this? This episode is for you. This is such a tough thought to have after TFMR. You may feel like it was such a whirlwind what you went through, or maybe you're just getting the devastating news. And even considering having to end your pregnancy makes you feel like a monster. Sometimes these thoughts can come up after, like after you're out of crisis mode, and then you're looking back, but you're looking back with this other perspective. You're looking back from this place of, it's already over, the medical emergency is already over, you got through the procedure, you got through the stressful birth. And for whatever reason, our mind in that state can so easily say, oh, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I didn't need to choose that. And then this thought of, am I a monster for choosing that? How could I have done that? How could I have chosen this for my baby? Because you're no longer in the crisis. You're no longer looking at the research and looking at, I remember looking at, the awful pictures of the different malformations my baby could have and what it would look like and what it would look like long term. But it's almost like our brain forgets that at some point. And then this thought, am I a monster for choosing this, comes in. Society, and this can become internalized, like we in ourselves feel this. Calling yourself a monster, it's almost like a distraction so that we don't have to face the scary, awful reality that good parents sometimes have to make this impossible decision. It's this super gray area where like death is the peace and mercy is this choice that you don't have to confront until you have to confront it. And once we confront it, once we're given that diagnosis, once we're not forced into a decision, but like forced to make a decision, like, will I continue or will I end the pregnancy? And you may have even felt, here's the thing, I think that I would have felt like a monster if I would have continued the pregnancy too. That's the truth. If I would have knowingly continued and then watched her suffer in the NICU or, suffocated and trying to breathe and she couldn't, and interventions and this or that, or, some sort of awful intervention for myself and my own body, I think I would have felt like a monster that way too. I think we don't get out of this without needing to grapple with, am I a monster? But the fact that you're asking yourself that, the fact that you're worried about it, shows that you're not a monster. I mean, a real monster just goes about doing monstrous things and they don't even care. Because isn't that the definition of a monster? But we care and we feel guilt and we feel shame because we love them so, so much. Before we continue, I want to take a moment to share something with you. TFMR is the heartbreak that feels like no one gets, the guilt, and sacrifice, and love and horror rolled into one. The what the hell just happened? Yes, that. I know that place intimately. I've walked through this fire too, with my second, very wanted, very loved baby that was sick in pregnancy. Having to make this choice, I'm holding up big quotations here, broke something in me, and I found a way to knit those pieces back together and walk and love in the world again, bringing my baby's spirit with me, not as an aside, a front and center, because this is statistically the worst thing you've ever been through in your life, and that deserves so much care. The loss of a baby, a child, dreams, hopes, and you have your hand in it. And what does that even mean? Here we answer those questions that no one else will touch. Here we give you the tools and next steps to get the care and holding you deserve as mother, as father, as parent. This is happening in the TFMR Support Sanctuary, our monthly support groups and community. Join us for $55 a month with live circles, healing audio and video transmissions specifically for this type of baby loss. You can find us at the tfmrdoula.com/join. Link will be in the show notes. And the shame can be so layered because your medical record may say elective abortion. Like that sounds like you chose it. This wasn't a choice. Neither way are really a choice. You didn't choose for your baby to be sick. I think that would be the real monster, like forcing some sort of disorder or condition or even on yourself. You know, we know the truth. You were fiercely parenting. It's a fierce type of parenting. Fierce. There's fire. There's mama bear energy. There's I will break down walls and get on a plane and hide my belly, and I will do this. I will save this child of this suffering. I will get myself out of this emergency medical situation in this way. Fiery, fierce. That doesn't sound like a monster to me. That sounds like a mama on fire. And that's the energy that will change the world. It changes the course of our lives. It changes you. It changes you. But when you're having these thoughts of, am I a monster? You know, that's the change. That's the grappling with, wow, this was a lot. This is so much to feel. This is so much to handle. What I've seen is those that are able to work through this. Some people decide to work with me one-on-one. They want to talk to someone who's been through TFMR themselves, like me. They want to talk to someone who's been through it, who's worked through these same thoughts of, am I a monster? And made it out to the other side. And someone who's like holding that lantern up and saying, no, good parents choose this. Yes, you are a good parent. And I will walk beside you while you remember, while you find out your best way to remember and reassure yourself and tell the story as many times as you need to and express that tough thought as many times as you need to so that we can find a way through. Another way that people get through is really deeply diving into the TFMR community, maybe reaching out in the DMs, finding other people who have been through it so that they can have these conversations. Another thing that helps a lot of people is, I even see this a lot at like the 1 year mark. They reschedule a consultation either with the genetic counselor or with their MFM doctor, and they bring in all the paperwork, they bring in the file, they bring in all the research, and they have the doctor go over it again because we made the decision from that place of looking at all of the information and trying to make the best out of what's awful and no way is best. But sometimes we need to hear from a professional again. So if you need like another consult, that's another way that I've seen people get through it. But I want you to know that neither is a monstrous choice, and who is to say? You made a loving choice in an impossible situation. Thank you so much, love, for listening, for being part of this community, for bravely taking this time for you. If you've been craving the kind of holding we've been talking about here, I would love to have a conversation with you. Schedule your Connect chat at the tfmrdoula.com/schedule-call. And that link will be in the show notes as well. Come find me. I'm here. I'm here for you.